Hey guys, this is Sporks again with another Warlords of Draenor beta video. This time I'm doing a little PvE content in the 5-man Auchindoun. I guess that's how it's pronounced. I've heard it pronounced a couple different ways. I'm going to go with Auchindoun just because it's pretty easy to say. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to be showing just the boss fights because everybody knows trash mobs are trash mobs. Nothing too crazy about it. One thing I gotta say right off the bat is I love the way the art style and the textures and everything's looking so far in the dungeons. I've done a couple, some not so good, some all right. This is definitely by far the best group that I was in. People seem to know how to stay out of stuff. Right here, I'm failing completely. Evidently I needed to be behind that shield. I realized it right at the last moment, and but yeah, people definitely don't know all the mechanics. You're gonna have people like me that's never done it before and haven't really read up or anything, and you just wanna experience the content and try to help find the bugs if you can, and just all around just try to enjoy the new content for the first time and participate in the beta as much as you can. Try to find the bugs and all that. But with that said, like I don't know the mechanics, so I'm gonna mess up a lot. And but yeah, I love the art style so far in the dungeons, especially the old school TBC stuff that's been kind of redone. Like, this is Auchindoun. I know it used to be ruins and stuff. Now it's back in its glory days where it looks amazing. But as you can see, I'm also playing an Arcane Mage. And with that said, I haven't really played Arcane Mage since Cataclysm, and I messed around with it a little bit in Mr. Pandaria. But yeah, now with the new arcane charges and everything that they released in Mr. Pandaria, it plays a little different. You still have the mastery where the more mana you have, the more damage you do. But also the higher charges you have, the more mana it costs, but the more damage your spells do. And I blinked right past that little bubble. It's not as simple as it was in Kata. There's a little bit to it, but it's still not the most complex spec in the world to play by any means. It's pretty much Arcane Blast until you get 4 stacks, and then use Arcane Missiles if you have them. If not, Arcane Barrage. And you got a couple different more utility spells. And the reason I'm playing it mainly is just because the redone textures of all the spells and everything I think look amazing. They did a real good job with the updated spell animations and everything. So this is probably the most chaotic, clumsy fight that I've been in so far. Obviously you want to stay out of any kind of AOE or ground fire, stuff like that, but there's just so much going on. We actually wiped our first time playing it because somebody said stack, and then once we realized that stacking's not good because you get this debuff with it within 5 yards of you. You do more damage to everybody. Like right now on me, it's kind of pulsing. So everybody kind of wanted to spread out, and then there's an ad phase right now. I think he's immune, so he starts spawning in a bunch of ads, and the imps, if they run by you and catch you on fire, you're stunned for like 5 seconds. You just waddle around. That's pretty crazy. I actually do die at the end of this fight. Yeah, there's so much stuff going on. It's like, this is my first time ever being in this fight. It's kind of overwhelming. But yeah, see how the imp, they're on fire if they come near you. I think I'll probably get stunned by one here soon. You'll see it where you just you're dazed for a few seconds. And I didn't know if I pulled aggro because right now I don't have any add-ons except for DBM, and it looks like right here I actually get stunned. Yeah, you just waddle around. I have DBM, but it looks like it wasn't really working that much in this encounter, or in the whole dungeon really. And I decided, well, maybe I should try to kill some of the ads, and all. Yeah, but I don't have any add-ons, so I can't tell if I'm pulling thread or anything. I don't know how much of a deal pulling threat's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be like old school where you actually have to manage your aggro and your threat. I know you really haven't had to do that in the last few expansions because tanks you really couldn't pull aggro off of a tank. And I think that's the reason I died right there. I stayed in there far too long, and I don't know. I just kind of die here in a few seconds. And let me see if I'm taking so much damage right now. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if I can pinpoint the reason I died. Probably should have got inside. Yeah, right there I caught her eyes. So I don't even know what kind of talents or anything I need to take. I'm just taking a lot of damage right now. Yeah, I think I just pretty much got one shot for the boss. But yeah, eventually, you know, people will start learning mechanics, and who knows if it's going to get changed before the beta is released, or before the actual game is released, or not. So I don't know. All in all, I thought all the bosses were pretty easy, and I don't know if that's because it's like a level 95 instance. It's not like a in-game heroic or anything. That's probably why it was pretty easy. But I don't know. But well, I don't know if this is going to be a feature of the game, or if it's just part of the beta where everybody gets scaled to the level of the instance. Like right now, everybody's level 95, and I'm on the level 100 PvE server. So I don't know. Yeah, this is a pretty cool fight. Nothing too crazy. He does rain of fire. It's like a really big warlock. He does rain of fire and everything. I don't know much of the lore, so I'm pretty sure that the people are part of the lore. Obviously, I don't know if he's like a NPC warlock kind of deal that's part of the storyline, but it was a pretty fun fight. The ending was really dramatic. Here pretty soon you'll see where he'll kind of levitate and say he needs more or something like that, and then just get, for some reason, fly off the platform, and the fight's over. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to change any of the difficulties or whatever, kind of rebalance the dungeon, make the fights harder. I'd really like it to be harder, but obviously this is a leveling instance with us being level 95, and it's not supposed to be like super difficult. I'm sure that if there's a heroic version of this dungeon, it'll be a lot harder, but all in all, I really enjoyed it, and if you guys like this stuff, I'm really looking forward to doing more PvE. I haven't been a big PvE guy the last few expansions. I did do a little raiding at the beginning of MoP. I was a paladin tank, prop pally for a little bit, and I did do a little bit on my lock. Or not my lock, my mage. I only did LFR with my lock, but I've been focusing on a PvP for a while, but I don't know. I'm really enjoying the PvE content. I want to get more into the lore, especially since we're not in Pandaland anymore. I mean, this fight was just really cool with the rain of fire everywhere, and nobody really knows what to do. Like the tank right here, you'll see him eventually. He'll back up because he doesn't know what to do. I guess. Yeah, he just right here. He goes flying back, and he said he needs more or something, and then all of a sudden I'm out of here. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, and I'm looking forward to doing more. So as always, I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for more.